Welcome back to Terry's Lounge, folks. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you out there. On this episode, we are going to do most of the same things we did on the last episode. However, to start, since it is Valentine's Day, I am going to read y'all a love poem. It is not an original by me, however. It is How Do I Love Thee? Sonnet 43 by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. It reads, How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight. For the ends of being an ideal grace, I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need by sunlight and candlelight. I love thee freely, as men strive for night. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love with a passion put to use. In my old griefs and with my childhood's faith, I love thee with a love I seem to lose. With my lost saints, I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. It's a good poem. Now, just like on the last episode, I am going to start with how many dad jokes I can tell in a minute, followed by how many yo mama jokes I can tell in a minute. And then since it is Valentine's Day, I am going to do Valentine's Day jokes. How many Valentine's Day jokes can I tell in 1 minute? Let's get started with the dad jokes, shall we? Why did the Scarecrow get an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Boy, did I go to a bad seafood place last night. The catch of the day was salmonella. Hey, I finally found a short way to lose weight. I bought a scale that lies. I was in a church service the other day, and the pastor said, anyone dealing with heaviness, come down to the altar. And all the fat people got up. What happens when you bring a cow to church? The spirit really moves. I was bagging groceries the other day and almost dropped and spilled a thing of raspberries. I then said to myself, oh, whoa, that was very close. Nice work on the dad jokes. Now for the yo mama jokes. Yo mama's so fat that when she gets on an elevator, she has to go down. Yo mama's so hairy, she shaves her forehead. Yo mama's so fat, she broke the staircase to heaven. Yo mama's so fat, every time she goes to a restaurant, she looks at the menu and says, okay. Yo mama's so fat, every time she puts on a yellow raincoat in the rain, people yell, taxi! Yo mama's so fat that when Obi-Wan Kenobi looked at the Death Star, he said, that's no moon, that's your mama. Or that's yo mama. Yo mama's so old that when God said, let there be light, she flipped the switch. Yo mama's so old, Moses is in her yearbook. Yo mama's so stupid, she tried to commit suicide by jumping out the basement window. Nice work on the yo mama jokes. Now for the Valentine's Day jokes. Do I have a date for Valentine's Day? Yes, it's February 14th. Why did the man get his wife a cat for Valentine's Day? Because it was the perfect present. What did the stamp say to the envelope on Valentine's Day? I'm stuck on you. How do vampires know they had a successful Valentine's Day? If it's love at first bite. What did the pig say on Valentine's Day? Happy Valentine's Day! What did the turtle say on Valentine's Day? I turtly love you. How did the squirrel get his Valentine's attention? He acted like a nut. Excellent work on the Valentine's Day jokes. Now, it is time for...
Hold up.
Greetings, Toiletarians. I'm your host, Toilet Terry, and you guys are all watching Toilet Talk with Terry. That's me, obviously. The discussion topic for this episode is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Toiletarians. Now, you gotta know whether or not you spend Valentine's Day single or in a relationship, you should still celebrate it the same. I had a friend one time on the social media platform Snapchat that put on his story the night before Valentine's Day, all of you posting about being single on Valentine's Day, you're gonna be fine. Good grief. Get a grip and move on. I don't agree with that approach to it, but I see his point. Know what I mean? Now, for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, but don't really know how to do it, or you're confused as to why you're single, I'm going to tell you the reason why. And this applies to me too, or possibly the reason why. Here it is. Your pickup lines are probably really cheesy, or you're just really cheesy in general. For example, here's why I'm single. These are the kind of pickup lines that I use. Roses are red, violets are blue. I saw a bullfrog and thought it was you. My grandfather taught me that one. He used that cheesy pickup line on my grandmother Susie one Valentine's Day. Another Valentine's Day, he also got her a card with an even cheesier pickup line on it. It had a picture of a donut, and it said, "I do not know what I'd do without you." I shared that story with my grandmother BB, and she said, yes. As y'all already know, I've said this on numerous times. That's so dumb. Speaking of grandparents, and speaking of cheesy pickup lines, and speaking of Valentine's Day, my Nana and Papa Jerry, my step-grandfather, I call him Papa Jerry, they are living proof that sometimes being cheesy isn't really all that bad. Sometimes you'll meet a person equally as cheesy as you are, and you'll be a match made in heaven. She's cheesy, he's cheesy. They make it work. Whenever she comes over and he doesn't come with her and he calls her or she calls him, they're always lovey-dovey with each other on the phone. She'll answer the phone and be like, "Hi, honey bear. Good morning. How is you feeling this morning?" And then at the end of the call, she'll be like, "Oh, okay. I love you, babe. All right. Kiss, kiss. Bye." My grandmother BB will just be right there shaking her head like, "You must really want to get attention, woman." But enough about grandparents being cheesy. Enough of cheesy pickup lines. Enough about all that. I'm going to tell a few funny Valentine's Day stories now. This first one, however, kind of still has to do with my grandparents being cheesy, but you'll get a kick out of it anyway. So, one Valentine's Day, my Nana was having trouble deciding what to do for Papa Jerry, but then she noticed that the zipper on his favorite red plaid pants was broken. So she got the zipper repaired and put it in wrapping paper and put a big heart on it, right? But then on Valentine's Day, she woke up that morning and then she went into the living room to see their old wooden box laying on the center of the table, and it had that same red heart strapped to it. And on the wooden box, the heart strapped to it said, "Would you be my Valentine?" Y'all are probably thinking just what my grandmother Bibi would say. That's so dumb. Now for another story that does not include my grandparents being cheesy. This one includes a friend of mine who, one afternoon on Valentine's Day, was driving through Southern California, and he stopped at a roadside stand where they sold fruit. And behind the counter on the way out, he spotted this girl that was painting a sign, and he asks her, "Why the new sign?" And she said to him, "My boyfriend didn't approve of the old one. He glanced at what was above, and then it all made sense to him. The old sign said, 'Local honey dates nuts.'" Those of you out there who are nuts about love probably got a kick out of that one. This final story I'm going to share in conclusion is about another friend of mine who met his girlfriend online. Long distance. They dated long distance and they met for the first time one Valentine's Day. His uncle was fascinated by the fact that they had met online. His uncle asked him in front of her what kind of line he had used to pick her up. Yeah. And he naively replied, right there, then and there, "I just used a regular 56K modem." Dumb, I know. Anyway, so I guess the moral of this episode could be something along the lines of, if you're still single, it's probably because you're either a cheesy person or you use very cheesy pickup lines. But that doesn't mean you've lost hope. I know I haven't lost hope. You just need to find someone who is also cheesy, like you. And that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, this discussion topic. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button for more upcoming content, which will be amazing. You won't want to miss it. All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Keep it real. Peace out.
Hold up.
Now, I am going to do, again, just like I did in the last episode, impressions. And also, just like in the last episode, it is going to be animal impressions. Let's get started. Brr, 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 brr. Wow, my throat hurts again from doing all those impressions. Oh, I hope you guys got a good laugh out of that. I know I did. Now, it is time for... What do y'all think of this idea? I printed out a bunch of Mad Lib sheets with fill in the blanks on them. I gave them to my friends and said, fill in the blanks and use the most ridiculous words, and then I will post a video of me reading it for the first time, trying not to laugh. Shall we? This story is entitled Worst Valentine's Day. I had the worst Valentine's Day. My date promised to take me to Loserville, but instead they brought me to Aldi, just down the block. My date had arranged for the cashier to give me a farter when we checked out, but the cashier was out sick and my date forgot their money, so I had to pay for his doggy. We walked to the Fatty Cat restaurant, which is the cheapest place in town. A Kevin Hart cover band played the same song over and over while we waited 76 hours for a table. I swore I even saw a sheep run across the floor while we were waiting. At that point, I called things off. It wasn't worth it to wait any longer for a lousy pizza. Okay. Well, that's all we have time for today here on Tall Tales with Terry. See you on the next episode. I wrote down random questions, and then I had my assistant, Teddy Tidwell, write down random words. 10 questions, 10 random words. I read the questions, he reads the words, and whatever the words are the answers. Let's get started, shall we? What is the 6th book of the Bible? You're fired. Who is your celebrity crush? Forky. What's your favorite animal? Elmo. What is your grandmother's name? Stupid. Who is your celebrity lookalike? Wigglebutt. Who is your role model? Doofus. What's the capital of Belgium? Shardy Waffles. What do you call your grandfather? Penis. Who is your favorite cartoon character? Chubby. Well, that's all we have time for, folks. I hope you guys got a kick out of that. I know I did. To conclude, I am going to be reading 2 letters from 2 toiletarians for Valentine's Day, starting with this one. This one is from somebody named Katie. It says here, Happy Valentine's Day. I love you so much. I hope your day is full of lots of chocolate. Love, Katie. Aw, thank you, Katie. Now I'm going to read this one. This one is from, it doesn't have a name on it. Here's what it says, though. Here's what it says. Even kitties like to tease the way you do. Even kitties like to please, and so do I. Won't you be my Valentine? That's sweet. Really sweet. Well, I hope each and every one of you have a happy, happy, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you got a kick out of this episode. I know I did. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button for more upcoming content, which will be amazing. You won't want to miss it. All right. Keep it real. Peace out.